Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete.
Interesting setup. I might consider
Command center
a depot
upgrade
barracks
complete.
bunker wall off with an orbital on this map. And I'm talking way far away from my mic.
Replay saved.
There's one other map I want to try. That was Sanctuary, right? Yeah. So the other one was Lockdown? Yeah.
Command center upgrade complete. Add-on.
So one comes out here, the other comes out here. It's okay coverage. I guess we could even go up like this way. Still gives pretty good coverage on this ramp. This has full coverage on the ramp. Yeah, this one's not quite as good as Sanctuary.
Command center upgrade complete. Bunker here, later replaced with a planetary. Kind of awkward that this planetary is right up against the orbital. It'd make repairing this Command
difficult.
center upgrade complete.
Basically, when I repair, I'm gonna have to lift this off and then grab and repair.
Unacceptable landing zone.
If there's a one gap, which I assume I can't get through here, yeah. This isn't bad. Depot and depot. And then does a bunker fill it still? No, doesn't. When you get there.
Replay saved.
Alright, let's hop into some auto games.
Aaron.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete.
Yay.
Not enough minerals. 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 Our SCVs are under attack.
Forgot about that entrance.
Replay saved.
Right. That's the one with the special wall off. It's like a 4-structure wall off from the ramp to the jump, and then a single depot at the other jump. It's coming back to me now. I don't know if this is going to make any sense. We'll find out.
Not enough minerals. 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 Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete. Additional supply depots required. Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough research complete. Not enough minerals. 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 Add-on complete. Insufficient Vespene gas. Not enough minerals. 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 Research complete.
Stupid, I didn't have sim done.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Research complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted.
So stupid.
Not enough
Can't believe
minerals.
I did that.
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
Replay saved.
I'm wondering if there's a play there. I'm also wondering if this is even better than just doing it in my main base. There's two advantages. One is I'm proxied a little bit with my barracks. And then the other is the 4 gold patches. But does the 4 gold patches make up for the fact that I'm doing nothing for like the first, what, 12 seconds of the game? 15 seconds? I think I should take this gas before my second barracks too. Because I would like to do a concussive shell push. And I didn't have the gas for it. Do concussive shell push, see how it goes. If that doesn't work, come back, get stim and a ghost, and go again. I'm thinking containment if he's going to give up his natural. Wait a minute, did I end up scouting that? And I just never looked at the minimap? I think I did. Pretty sure I sent an SCV up around this way. Yeah, if I wasn't so dumb too, it might have worked out. Maybe 2 ghosts, actually. I should put a ghost here and a ghost here. Have one EMP the ramp, get the sentries, and then have the other come down here and EMP whatever batteries he has near the ramp. Sometimes I might be able to get both, depending on where he's positioned. But the idea was to follow it up with like stimming in with everything. But kind of forgot I didn't have stim complete yet. It's off by 15 seconds. Might have worked. I don't know. You didn't have much in the way of army. 2 dried out sentries. Mostly it was the Colossus, right? And I got a good amount of Marauders. Yeah, I think I might have been able to win the game here. But the other option was, I'm thinking now, which might be better. Yeah, so right here, at this moment I can see I'm going to have his low ground done. Maybe I could transition at this moment. The 4 racks kind of sucks because I won't be using them. I'm thinking immediately expand here. Or if I want to make a planetary, maybe expand right here. Get a factory and starport at this point for tanks and whatever, medevacs or Vikings. Kind of cut my bio production for the most part. And yeah, I still probably want ghosts. Right? He can force field the ramp, but I can EMP the ramp. So if he decides to come down the ramp, I'll pop a nice EMP as he comes out. The other nice thing is there's no, like, Colossus can't walk down these cliffs. So Colossus will be clustered on the ramp as well. The problem with any containment is that it'll make this base super vulnerable. Yeah, which is kind of why I'm thinking of expand this way or this way. Right? Then if he does like the I can't break out, so I'm going to use Warp Prisms and go attack this way, then I can just sacrifice a space and have my base over here where my containment is at one of these 2 bases. I think the big problem with that though is the depots are here. Most of the stuff can float away and somewhat survive. Ghost Academy I don't have to build here. Depots are a problem though. I think a depot here and a depot here would be nice for spotters. We can try that again. The other thing is too, like I think if I take the first gas earlier, then I can start making concussive shells earlier. I won't need to reactor in early barracks. Like I think it'll just work out well to where I only need 3 racks. I don't need the 4th. And I like that better in case I want to transition.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Whoops. Yeah, this map is so dark, I can't even see the ramp.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Weird, I think I noticed something there. Is there a quality of life change I didn't know about? I swear that command center had a rally point to the minerals already on it. Unless I saw it wrong. I just caught a glimpse of something. Maybe I had the SCV selected, I don't know.
Not enough minerals.
I'm going green gas too early.
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough energy. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Add Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack. Our SCV is under attack. Upgrade complete. Add-on complete. Base is under attack.
Oh my gosh.
Not enough minerals.
That was really bad. There's no reason for that to happen. Why is the Raven such low priority? Is that a change? Raven's lower priority than Marine. I know they did that for Ghost, but did they ever revert it? Oh, I think they did do that.
Not enough
I just
minerals. Not enough
need
minerals.
to get rid of my Marine. Go die.
Our SCVs are under attack.
She can kill that marine for the
Insufficient
SCV.
additional supply depots required. Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional supply depots required. Research complete. Upgrade complete. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack.
This vessel requires assistance.
Your forces are under attack. Additional supply depots. Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional supply depots required. Not enough energy. Add-on complete. Insufficient Vespine gas.
This vessel requires.
So many drones.
This vessel requires.
Can't hold them alone.
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Your forces are under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Research complete. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack. Vespene geyser exhausted.
It's heating up out here.
Base is under attack.
Got any extra firepower? I can't build here.
Vespene geyser exhausted. Base is under attack.
Replay saved.
It's going to set up a forward station here. I think once I got all the bases I want. And honestly, I should just try for these two bases, because like, why not? I know I'm not floating minerals at the moment, but I will be. So if I'm not really going for Hellions, I need to be constantly making command centers. Especially as I got, I got all these extra minerals. So now I got more minerals than I know what to do with, because I can use this for muling. I think I should still always transition into a bunch of factories later in the game, but I don't know, there wasn't really a break to do that. Yeah, it's an SCV. Yeah, I had an SCV trap behind the missile turret, so I killed the SCV to free up supply, and then afterwards I killed the missile turret to free up the mineral patch. So it's completely unnecessary death of that SCV. So whenever you block a mineral patch, you'll get a bunch of SCVs being dumb, trying to like get there, and then they can't, and then they try again, and then they can't, and then they just stop mining altogether. I think I was past the point where mutas were a giant threat.
Not enough minerals.
I do recall
Not enough minerals.
the issues with mining out on this map.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Or the issues with walling this off, I mean.
Not enough minerals. 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 Command center. Additional supply items required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay.
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Research complete. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Let's go green gas now.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals.
Like I haven't seen anything of him yet. Let's get Matrix. Just in case of some sort of BC shenanigans.
Not enough minerals. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Upgrade complete.
Just realized these guys gotta travel far away. There's no port base up here.
Research complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine add-on gas complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Command center upgrade complete. Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
I'm wondering if he's AFK.
Research complete.
If he's not AFK, it's gotta be BCs, right? What else could it be?
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. Add-on complete. Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted.
God
Add-on
damn it.
complete.
He's AFK, isn't he?
Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Once I saw you had no third base, I'm like, oh god.
Replay saved.
Well, that's good macro practice, I guess. Uninterrupted.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
Alright, that should be the right gas intake.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Oops. Am I late on that?
Add-on complete.
Build one SCV before we float over since I don't have the Banshee.
Unacceptable landing zone. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
I can't build here.
Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack. Add-on complete. Not enough energy. Additional supply depots required. Upgrade complete.
Can't hold them alone.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Research complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals. Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals. Insufficient Vespine gas. SCVs are under attack.
This vessel requires assistance. This vessel requires assistance.
Not enough energy.
Can't hold them alone.
Mayday! Mayday!
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas.
We could use some help here.
Add-on complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Command center upgrade complete.
I can't build here.
Add-on complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional supply depots required. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy. Research complete. Unacceptable landing zone. Upgrade complete. Unacceptable. We are at maximum supply. Mineral field depleted. Vespine geyser exhausted.
It's heating up out here.
Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply.
Got any extra firepower?
Unacceptable landing zone. Unacceptable landing zone.
Got any extra
This vessel
firepower?
requires assistance.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field. Base is under attack. Command center upgrade. Your forces are under attack.
This vessel requires
Base
assistance.
is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Base is under mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
What?
All hands to battle stations. We're returning fire! All hands to battle stations.
That's a negatory. It's blocked.
Command center. Vespine geyser exhausted. Base is under attack.
This vessel requires assistance.
We're returning fire!
It's heating up out
Vespine
here.
geyser exhausted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Your forces are under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Base is under attack. Your forces are under attack. Not enough energy. Your forces are under attack.
This vessel requires
Not enough energy.
this vessel requires assistance.
Yeah, he's just chasing me around, which is annoying. I don't have any liberators here.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
I think that's GG, right?
returning fire!
Base is under attack.
Replay saved.
Not sure if I'm facing the same guy over and over again, or if like going greedy straight to Ultralisk is like a new meta thing. There is so few players on the ladder that I might just be playing the same Zerg over and over again. I wish I knew. Though this guy's a little bit different because he went Hydras. The other guy literally went Ling straight to Hydra, Ling straight to Ultralisks. I should definitely start placing my missile turrets in an anti-Ultralisk setup, because it seems that that's the way the game always goes to now. They buffed the Ultralisk so many times that it was only a matter of time before they became really relevant. Because they're like fat and clumsy, but they kept buffing their stats over and over again. It's like, can we ever make a fat and clumsy unit actually good? But on paper, their stats are like through the roof good.
Not enough minerals. 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 Our SCVs are under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
There's something in the way.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete. Base is under attack. Command center upgrade complete.
I can't build here. I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals.
What is I can't afford turrets because I lost so many SCVs.
Not enough
I need the
minerals.
turrets before I do my starports, and I can't afford starports either. And I don't want to cut gas because that's going to be my bottleneck eventually.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
There's something in the way.
Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
Yeah, it's too broke.
Not enough minerals.
I'm never gonna be able to start building stuff.
Not enough minerals. Base. Not enough minerals.
Fortunately, lost so many
Replay
SCVs at the start
saved.
of the game. I guess in that case, it might have been better to just accept the fact that I died to mutas and not build any turrets at all. And then I can go into my starports faster. That way, at least I can survive against something. But at the same time, it's no Smurf. At the same time,
Replay
it's kind of hard
saved.
to know where he's at in the game, right? I have no feel for where an 8-pool Zerg is. Obviously, it's super all in, but is it ahead of me? Is it behind me? I don't know. Especially when he threw away like 6,000 lings in my third. Kind of hard to go 8-pool into a gigantic ling flood and still have an economy behind it. So yeah, maybe it was fine what I was doing. I felt like I was like never going to get to any production, but my opponent felt like he was in just as much of a terrible position. Yeah, you don't need Tank Saints Balings if you have a planetary. You do have to target fire though, which I didn't do. And like worst case scenario, it's still a good trade for me. Like it turns the units lost. It puts him further behind. Problem is going forward, he lost army, I lost economy, so that's obviously not a great position to be in.
Not enough
I'm up
minerals.
against Zerg. Okay.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Oops. Wasn't moving the CD.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Oops, got the green gas way too early.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Insufficient. Not enough minerals.
Okay.
Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
Mayday! Mayday!
Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Not enough. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not Our SCVs are under attack. Research complete. Not enough. Our SCVs are under attack. Upgrade complete. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Mayday! Mayday!
Not enough minerals.
We could use some help here.
Base is under attack.
What was that?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Something in
And
the
too far
way.
behind again.
I can't build here.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
This vessel requires assistance.
Our SCVs are under attack. Insufficient Vespine gas.
I can't build here. There's something. I can't build here.
Mineral field completed. Not enough. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
This vessel requires assistance.
Come on. What are the odds of that?
Upgrade. Command center upgrade complete. Your forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field
There's something in the way.
insufficient Vespine gas.
This vessel requires assistance. This vessel requires assistance.
Unacceptable landing zone.
This vessel requires assistance.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Base is under attack. Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas. Unacceptable landing zone. Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade. Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Command center base is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack. Add-on complete.
I can't build here.
Add-on complete. Mineral field depleted. Base mineral is field under attack. Depleted. Add-on complete. Base is under attack. Mineral field. Command center. Upgrade complete. Your forces are under attack. Base is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Your forces are under attack. Mineral field, Vespine geyser exhausted. Base is under attack.
Only got time to go.
Your forces are under attack.
The Liberators.
Our SCVs are under attack. Our SCVs are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Unacceptable command. Maximum supply. Your forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
I wasn't convinced I was winning, but I think once my Hellbats started harassing, it would be looking better.
Replay saved.
And I got a lot of them ready to go, and a lot of minerals to spend. But my income's not great. Mined out of my first two bases. Now we have knocked out a bunch of his new hatcheries. Oh, and somehow got this one? I don't remember that. Yeah, we did find a lot of workers. I mean, we killed 130 of them. Yeah, he's down to 21 workers. Still has an okay army size. But not a lot in Ultralisks, though. I think he lost his last Ultra, which is the scary part for me. Here's one coming out now. It is max upgraded. The Hydras aren't great because they can die to auto turrets and they can die to Hellbats, where Ultras don't die to either. And if he has Ultra Hydra, it's the same idea. The Ultras will tank, so the Hydras don't die. Kind of thought we were dead this game. Another game where I didn't see the bailings in time to focus fire. There's even a time where I tried to focus fire when I was dancing my SCVs back here and I misclicked, so... Yeah, that was like worst case scenario. Should've ran up here. I mean, that would have been really good for me if I didn't lose those SCVs, but yeah, it kind of hurt, so he double expanded behind that. But worker count's okay. He's not up a lot for this point of the game. Oh, you know what? This is probably why this base died. Because I did so much net damage to it initially. Yeah, he really didn't get too far ahead in workers. I'm actually surprised I got this up. Like, all he has to do is come back. He knows there's a command center in the area. I still missed it. I guess I put, yeah, I did put auto turrets over here. I remember now. Yeah, it's really wiping out his worker count. Hatcheries are starting to get low too, and then we snipe these two hatcheries over here. What do you think your TVZ record is with Ravens? I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because of all the smurfing. Like a third of the ladder is smurfing right now, so every legit player is going to have like this wildly high mirror match win rate and a wildly low win rate in the other two matchups. Just because there's so many Terrans who are auto-quitting the game, and then so many Zergs and Protoss you run into who are auto-quitting their mirror matchups and are therefore like way better than you. Getting matched up for the easy matches. So you can't really go by stats anymore. You can probably estimate. You can like change it and estimate it. Where does it even show that anymore? Ladder? Race reports? Yeah, so I would probably subtract 10% from my TVT and then add 5% to my TVP and TVZ. So I'm like 40% TVT, 49% TVP, 54% TVZ. Something like that. So I think at least 10% of my Terran opponents are auto-quitting. Maybe more like 11 or 12%. Yeah, because like everything being equal, a legitimate player should have a 50% win rate in each matchup. But then for a Smurf, because they have a 0% win rate in their mirror match, that means they get to have a 75% win rate in their other two matchups. So they got these like weird stats, right? Where they got a 75% win rate in two matchups and 0% in the other. And then there's so many of those people on the ladder that they fuck up the stats of all the legitimate players.
Not
The other thing
enough
is too, like every
minerals.
Terran who auto quits
Not
against me
enough
is
minerals.
making it more likely for me to lose against the other two races as well. Because it's like
Not
artificially
enough
inflating
minerals.
my MMR.
Not enough minerals.
So I'm supposed to win like 5 of every 10 games. But if I face an auto
Not
quitter, then
enough
I'm gonna win
minerals.
4 every 9 games instead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Yeah, but it looks like no matchup is particularly good or bad for me. They're all 50%-ish. That was Zerg, wasn't it? Shit, I don't know if I gas. So I'll do the double gas opener. Which is probably slightly better against like a 10 pool. Probably worse against an 8 pool.
Not enough minerals. 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 Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Oops.
Add-on complete.
That and this.
Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Additional upgrades required. Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not additional supply depots. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
So kind of a little awkward around this point in the game. I got this
Add-on
gas bank, but it's really
complete.
hard to get the production up.
Not enough minerals. Upgrade. Unacceptable. Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Unacceptable landing.
I can't build here.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Base is under attack. Upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Add-on complete. Insufficient Vespine gas. Add-on complete. Command center upgrade complete. Your forces are under attack. Additional supply. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted. Command center upgrade. Mineral field.
Got any extra firepower?
Command center upgrade complete. Research complete. Not enough energy. Your forces are under attack.
I can't build here.
Unacceptable, Command. We are at maximum supply. Unacceptable, Command. We are at maximum supply.
Oh shit. Didn't see that.
Vespine geyser upgrade complete.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
Mineral, not enough energy. Mineral field completed. Mineral field depleted. Your forces are under attack. Not enough mineral field. Your forces are under attack. Base is under attack. Mineral field, not enough energy. Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. Vespine geyser exhausted.
I can't build here. It's heating up out here.
Mineral field depleted.
This vessel requires assistance.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Target acquired.
Replay saved.
Yeah, he was super dead for quite a while there. Oops, that's the wrong upgrade. At +0 Hellbats. Do we have a bunch of SCVs idle somewhere? Probably. I think I transferred from my main, but I never transferred from my natural. So I probably had like 20 SCVs on 2 patches and 2 dried out gas geysers on my natural or something. That's my idle repairing SCVs. Yeah, that sounds about right. Another Zerg.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Funny thing is that when speed mining these SCVs, there's a moment in time where they're not actually mining. And at that point, it might cause another SCV to bounce off. I forgot to get my gas geyser again. So I'll do the same build as last game. I cannot remember my gas geyser build.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
Let's go planetary first.
Not enough minerals.
Also with too many on gas.
Not enough
It's only supposed to go
minerals.
2 on gas.
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I don't have a marine. Oh well. Guess we'll just skip that from the
complete.
pre-scout. I got that armory a lot earlier.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade. Not enough minerals. 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 Upgrade complete.
Mayday!
Add-on. Add-on complete.
Can't hold them alone. I can't build here.
Upgrade complete. Our SCVs are under attack.
How did I not hear that?
Add-on complete.
Just totally didn't hear it.
Base is under attack.
Replay saved.
Did I have no turrets there? I think I might have had no turrets there as well. Did I ever build them in my natural? I don't remember doing it. I think I might have forgotten. Did my main, my third. I didn't complete the ring in my natural. Alright, Protoss.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
Oh,
Our not
see if that
enough
tricks him.
minerals
Oh
under
my
attack.
gosh, he found it.
Our SCVs
Sucks.
are under attack.
Wait, what? How did it die? Is there another worker across the map?
Not enough minerals.
Oh, this is the worst case scenario. I don't know how he
Command
looked over
center
there, but he
upgrade
did.
Complete. Not enough minerals. 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 Add-on. Insufficient. Base is under attack. Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespene gas. Additional supply add-on complete. Additional supply depots. Insufficient Vespene gas. Not enough minerals.
Gosh, there's a raven.
Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas.
I take more gases? I feel like by losing all these STVs, I should be short on minerals, but at the moment it's not the case.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Yeah,
Command
now all of a
center
sudden I'm feeling the
upgrade complete.
lack of minerals. I'll go through and gas.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
Ooh, it's a heavy supply block.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Unacceptable landing zone. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack. Additional supply depots. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Research complete.
Replay saved.
Couldn't have beaten those storms any worse. He even cast a second storm to my left before I moved to the left. I like moved into the second storm. I should have gone right away as soon as he killed that natural. Or killed that third. Or I shouldn't have gone at all. But I shouldn't have hesitated and then went. And I should have gone with my SCVs as well. He put me in a tough spot because I'm not supposed to lose my third. I'm kind of in a desperate spot in that position. I think it would have been better just to go with the SCVs. Because I had more SCVs than I needed. Even if when I retake my third, I'm still oversaturated. I have no fourth. I got mass Banshees, I got 1-1. I just killed half of his army for free. Well, I mean, not for free, but he traded half his army for a planetary. So it should have been a really good spot for me to counterattack and get a lot of damage done. It's just awkward because I had the Raven and Vikings.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
Could try the orbital expand on this map actually.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Interesting.
Our SCVs are under attack.
He's microing this really hard.
Additional supply depots required. Our SCVs are under attack. Base is under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Unacceptable. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
No deep on the
Not
way down
enough minerals.
there. Yeah, okay.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
Yeah.
Command center upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Additional supply depots required. Not enough energy. Not enough minerals. Add-on upgrade complete. Add-on complete.
Alright, let the ravens begin.
Add-on complete.
Can't hold them alone.
Research complete. Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough
Mayday!
minerals.
Mayday!
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas. Base command center upgrade complete. Base is under attack. Upgrade complete.
Oh my gosh, that marine. God damn that marine.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Alright, knows who he's playing. Fortunately, we're getting blind countered.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
We could use some help here.
Gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
This vessel requires assistance.
Replay saved.
Didn't have gas, lost all my ravens. I didn't think being in the middle of the map would be dangerous. There's no creep or anything there. The fact they were getting blind countered though is probably good. I got out of that
Not
game.
enough minerals.
Yeah, it's just going to
Not
be a
enough
loss and an
minerals.
annoying one at that.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What do we have? Terran.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
Oops.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
Relay depot.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. 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 Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay.
Add-on complete. Research complete.
have the turrets here.
Additional supply depots. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
My thing is, all these command centers won't even look weird now. This is what everyone's doing with the new orbital buff.
Upgrade complete.
Gas well spent there.
Command center. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough energy. Command center upgrade complete. Add-on complete. Not enough energy. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Not enough energy. Add-on complete. Insufficient rescue gas. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. Mineral field depleted. Research complete. Insufficient rescue gas. Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Research complete. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum. Your forces are under attack. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply.
Looks like normal mech. Could be Thor's, I guess. Or just mass Viking for some weird reason.
Command center.
Yes.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Someone knows they lost.
Your forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Bending with Thor's. They're not exactly mobile. I usually have like a system of how I put out widow mines on the map. I think just randomly clicking them all over the minimap is better. Or it's faster at least. Just no rhyme or reason to where I'm putting things, just like anywhere, and
Mineral field.
that's fine.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
I guess if
Replay saved.
he's attacking, I still don't want to... Like, if I know he's coming down the right side, say, I don't want to put widow mines out here. I'll put all my widow mines out here while he's doing that attack. Yeah, but once I had a Widow Mine here, here, and here, I knew the game was over. Because that means he was turtling on 4 bases and it wasn't Battlecruiser. Something was a little weird this game though, because it didn't feel like he was ever in the match. Maybe that initial drop was more painful than I originally thought. Tech Lab first. Banshee. It was a drop, wasn't it? No. For some reason I thought it was a medevac. Wonder what abilities a Tech Lab planetary gives me. Turtling on Mass Viking is a interesting choice. I guess if I try to chase his Vikings with Ravens and he gets to the kite backwards, it can be good. These Widow Mines are catching all the rallies. That's funny. Ooh. I think I'm getting the CC buff the way Blizzard intended. Like, I like the idea of the buff, which is, let's move the cost from the command center itself to the upgrade of the command center. So that way, you know, you can start your expansions more freely. You can expand on location without it being as punishing. You can kind of tweak your build orders a bit to be a little bit more efficient. So I think that's what they wanted to do. You make the planetaries 100 cost 100 more, the orbitals cost 100 more, and the command centers cost 100 less. But the problem is you can't make the orbital cost 100 more because of the very first orbital upgrade. Like, you can't. It would be a buff. It would be a nerf overall if your first orbital costs 250 when your first command center is free. So they just ignored it on the orbital. And it's, yeah, Solitarians are just spamming orbitals, and it's kind of dumb. But I literally don't save 100 on any command center. Because I only orbital my first command center, and every other command center becomes a planetary, more or less. I think they can safely make the orbital 175 minerals, or even 200. And it's still, like, a pretty good net gain for Terran. Doesn't affect the repair cost. Well, I mean, it makes repairing a plain old command center cheaper. But yeah, once you upgrade it, it's not cheaper. Like, planetary costs the same to repair. Planetary is the same total cost.
Not enough minerals.
I think it's a really dumb upgrade, but they might, or buff, but they might end up
minerals.
keeping it.
Not enough minerals.
Because Zerg is still the strongest race in this meta. And even though I don't think it's a good Terran buff. It's still something, like, if you take it away, you still gotta give Terran compensation. Because it's not like
Not
Terran's
enough
OP right now.
minerals. Not enough 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 minerals.
That's fine, right?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack.
Memory.
Base is under attack. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Started just in time.
Add-on complete. Insufficient Vespian gas. Not enough minerals. Additional supply. Not enough minerals.
Oh no. That was stupid.
Not enough minerals. Your forces not enough under minerals. Attack.
Why is he mining down there?
Replay saved.
Oh, it's just instinct, man. Like, I saved this Thor with a sliver of health. I got the 2 mules I can call down to repair it. Just makes perfect sense. If you're not thinking about the fact that there's DTs in my face. I never got the drilling clause, which was actually a big deal. So he knows I was here. He's expecting me to float up here, so I just do a frontal attack from here. Which is probably not what I want, but whatever. And it fooled him for long enough that I was able to get the Thor started. Because I was pretty late getting this armory going. I just gotta start the Thor before this tech lab dies. Like, even like the distraction, it's even good that he can see the Widow Mine, I think. Because it's distracting him from that, yeah, and then the Thor started in time. Yeah, that was gonna happen. I don't think I could risk unburrowing one more time though. It's too low. Trying to like get some chip damage in. I don't think that's worth it. I think I would have rather had the shield battery at 75 health or 75 energy instead of 46. Sure, the play is here. Maybe the pylons don't matter that much. These are the pylons that really matter. Oh, he just got out. So the key here, which I keep forgetting, is you A, move the Nexus, or you attack the Nexus, and then you press stop. And then the Thor will always attack the Nexus, unless a higher threat priority unit comes in range, then he'll switch to that. So if you just hit stop, he's going to shoot like this gas geyser. And I really want to be, while he's not engaging me, I want to be targeting down the Nexus, because none of this looks threatening to me at the moment. PF acts as a bunker. You know what they should bring back? Is the ability to lift off a planetary. They took that away in like early Wings of Liberty because of PF rushes. You could like float it into an enemy's base. I think it's something that's core to the command center that needs to be added to the planetary. And you can like change the movement speed so it doesn't be a threat, so it's not a threat to PF rushing. You can even give it no movement speed at all, where it just lifts off and stays stationary. But I feel like that's a necessary feature, because sometimes the planetary is just worse because you can't lift it off. Like, there's scenarios where I'd rather have like an unupgraded command center than a planetary. That's a buff I would like to see.
Not
It would be
enough
funny though if you
minerals.
lifted off and it became an anti-air turret.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Only in this gas.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. 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 Base is under attack. Not enough add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Okay.
Base is under attack. Command center upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Not enough energy. Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough energy. Add-on complete. Research, not enough minerals.
Can't hold them alone.
Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespene gas. Mineral field depleted. Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas. Base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack. Insufficient Vespene gas. Command center upgrade. Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas. Mineral field upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Yeah, get a Marine.
Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespene gas. complete. Our SCVs are under attack. Add-on complete. Base is under attack. Upgrade complete. Best-beam geyser exhausted. Unacceptable. We are at maximum supply. Mineral field depleted. Research complete. Not enough energy. Unacceptable, Commander. We are at maximum supply. Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
Replay saved.
I think I'm liking this opener. Basically taking the 6 gas as soon as possible. As soon as I build this 3rd command center, I go up to 3 in gas at all my gas geysers. And even taking these 2 pretty early. So it gets me a good gas bank. I'm building a gas bank at the same time I'm building missile turrets, so like I'm spending minerals and banking gas. But then eventually it pays for itself with the yeah, so there's all the turrets I need. And then I can start adding. Yeah, I need to add starports around the same time I need to add a command center, and I need to start adding depots around that time as well. It's hard to say what the best order is. Obviously the best greed order would be command center, depots, and then starports, but the longer I delay the starports, the longer it'll be until I actually have a Raven flock. Of course, I am going to 6 starports, so maybe it's not that bad. You know what? Maybe I delay the starports even longer. Maybe a couple depots command center. And then add the starports. I'll sell my first couple ravens around the same time. Maybe even faster because I won't get supply blocked. And then my batches of 6 will come a little bit after that. And that way I don't get oversaturated on my third. That's kind of what happens. This will reach max saturation. You see I'm already at 13 of 16. This command center has barely started. So right here I'm already oversaturated. It'd be nice to be taking a new base. Head of Zergan workers. It's always interesting. I feel like my favorite unit to face is Corruptors. I feel like that's probably the weakest unit against me. Unless he catches me out in the middle of the map without any energy. Which usually only happens if I'm desperate. Then those Corruptors usually don't pay for themselves. First of all, they can do very little on offense. Sometimes they can piss down a planetary, but for the most part, not much on offense. And then even when they get to engage Ravens, they usually don't do very well. I feel like I trade better than he does, because these are expensive units. And he doesn't always get to fight my Ravens. Sometimes there's this auto turrets against Corruptors, which obviously the Corruptors aren't going to do anything. Ooh, it's not doing anything on the counter. Getting all the fresh tumors. Here I was able to fight his entire army. Ground and air. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Like, he pulled back, he didn't have to, because this is all I have for auto turrets remaining. Maybe I got one more in here somewhere. No. I got a bunch of 47 and 48 energy. Yeah, that's literally every auto turret I have. So you could... Now is a position where you could actually get some Raven kills. Chasing me back home. Because until I get within the safety of my missile turrets... But I guess it's hard for him to know, like, just how many more auto turrets it's going to be. It is kind of funny, though, that he fought the auto turrets right up until the points he should, and then he left. Looks like we got some happy customers in the private chat. Don't know who these guys were. Alaska Bell. Never heard of this person.
Have to be careful. Signal's warping, but that critter's breaking the place apart. Who knows what you'll run into?
Yeah, campaign's kind of boring. I'd like to give a host to a new streamer, but... Nah. Um, oh, look at that screen. Look at that thumbnail. Whole pile of Zerg running over a whole bunch of what of mines.
I've been told it's not great, and I kind of agree to go Hydra's and because both of them are countered by Ghosts, so you kind of just choose one or the other.
Not the best mic.
You can play either Hydra Link Bane or
It's another guy I don't know, so get that on the host. Little Zerg stream. All right. Anyways, enjoy Obzesty stream, everyone, and I'm out of here.